Hey guys, I'm back. I wanted to come on because of two reasons. One, it's like 1,000 degrees and I don't want to do this workout. I'm already in the middle of it. I've done 50 squat cleans with the dumbbell. I've done my 100 double unders. I've done 30 push-ups. I have 20 more to go. 100 more double unders and 50 squat cleans. And I'm trying to catch myself overbracing, so unnecessary ab and pelvic floor bracing. You're not going to see the pelvic floor, but you're going to see my abdomen. And I want you to see how I'm letting it go. And those of you that follow me and know what I'm about, you know that letting your belly go is important and only contracting of what you need. And the way to scale that is through breathing and breath. So I am going to try to set the camera up so you can see my belly. The push-ups are going to be a little bit different, but when I am doing the squat cleans, I'll try to get really close so you can see. Now, whenever I'm bracing, I can get really narrow here. But whenever I let everything go, this is what it looks like. I'm not pressing out, but I'm not like holding on. And that's really important to be fluid in motion. So I have 20 more push-ups left. So with my push-ups, where I'm getting the core brace is whenever I'm exhaling as I press up, but I'm not adding any core brace. I might be involuntarily or automatically, but I've trained to get to that point. But I'm not over gripping. And I'm doing hand release push-ups. I'm trying to breathe in on the way down, and that's what's setting my pace. So I think where people go wrong with their double unders and jumping is they brace so tight. But the idea is to be as relaxed as you can. So my go-to for my double unders are I want to breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth. I'm not worried about bracing. I'm trying not to bend my knees a lot. So at 100 double unders, I'm conditioned to do 50 really well. Beyond that, my wrist gets tired, my arms go out, and then I start to hold my breath. So those are just some tips. And check out how my knees are straight. If I flex my hips, game over. And ideally, I want to keep my feet together as well. Hands in close, elbows in sight. I don't want to be here, but I don't want to be here. I'm definitely going to piss my pants. Now, 50 squat cleans. My goal here is to be relaxed as possible. I just want enough of a brace to keep connected with my lower and my upper body. So when I attack the 50, I want to pick a realistic set. 10 at 35 pounds is enough. Now this next set of 10, I'm going to intentionally brace harder. And I want you to try to see if you notice a difference. I'm going to predict that the biggest difference is gonna be I can't breathe because I'm just constricted. But I don't know, we'll see. 10. And then instantly I want to hold my breath. So what I felt there is I was bearing down for sure. So if I had something in my vaginal canal, let's say a weight, a tampon, and I had some weakness, there's a chance that I'm gonna push that tampon or the weight down because I'm bracing too tight. This is one of the most common things I see athletes, both female athletes and male athletes doing. And whatever is most flexible, whether it's your pelvic floor and vaginal canal, your back door, the anus, or your back, low back, or your belly, that's what's gonna bulge. So everyone's gonna be different, but I know for me, well, I guess it depends on the day. But I don't want to move like that because I was holding my breath. And while it might have looked faster, I would have burned out faster. So lots of tips I'm throwing at you guys right now. Another tip, instead of thinking about bracing your core, try pressing your big toe down into the floor. Before you even start moving, do it and then put your hands right here. Hip bones here, guys. Pelvic bones here. I'm gonna put my hands right over this bony lip. I'm gonna press my toes down, and I could feel my deep system come in. And I'm totally using this video as a way to take longer breaks. I got 20 more to go. Holy crap. I'm exhaling as I pull. Breathing in now. Exhaling as I come up. Breathing in now. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Dang, I lost count. 5 maybe. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. Holy. 10 more. So in a long set like 50, you want to use your brain before and basically decide what's a realistic goal for each set. Maybe 5 sets at 10 was a little too much for me. I'm taking too long of rest, at least per the stimulus of the workout. So maybe I would have used a 25 instead of a 35. 10 more. Done. 25 minutes later. So, recap. The workout was 50 squat cleans with 1 dumbbell, followed by 100 double unders, followed by 50 hand release push-ups, then 100 double unders, 50 squat clean dumbbell. I used a 35-pound dumbbell. I used this workout as a teaching tool to you guys who don't know how to effectively transfer force with your core. A lot of really experienced athletes, weekend warriors, CrossFitters, overbrace your abs, particularly, I'll show off mine, the 6-pack. I hate these muscles, I really do. But a lot of people use that, and when they're bracing in a workout, they're bracing too hard, they're pushing pressure into their body cavities. So for a lot of postpartum women, the path of least resistance is down, pelvic floor and vaginal canal. And the problem with that is that you're losing pressure there. So that's gonna look like urine, could look like a fart, a queef. Now, here's the deal, guys. One of my favorite questions to ask my older ladies is, hey, do you have any difficulty holding back farts? And a lot of them don't even fart anymore, at least audibly, because they have such weak resting pressure of their sphincter complex, which consists of external anal sphincter and internal anal sphincter. So the external anal sphincter is something that we have control over. The internal anal sphincter, we don't. That should have most of the resting pressure so we don't have to constantly hold our buttholes. So if you're one that doesn't fart much, and you don't burp much, and you don't have a hernia, then I don't know. So that's just one thought of mine. But anyways, so I see CrossFitters or really fit people overbracing their core. It's a waste of energy. They can't breathe as easily, and they're pushing stuff against the body cavities instead of using that just right amount to stabilize so that force can be transferred effectively from the ground up or from the right side of your body to the left side of your body. So you missed my first set of squat cleans, but I could tell like I was really utilizing my breathing and my belly was getting big as I was catching the squat, and I was catching that with my breath. And if you could see a really awesome ultrasound of the pelvic floor and the diaphragm, you can see that as you breathe in through the full portion of the diaphragm, the pelvic floor is going to elongate or lengthen to control everything up and down. So I was doing that rather than gripping. And then with double unders, I talked about the importance of just being as relaxed as possible, keeping your hips and knees as straight as possible and staying close. Driving the pace by what you can control with your breathing. So you're not timing the jumps with your breath. You're just, at least for me, I'm gonna breathe in through my nose and use that to control my nervous system or my urgency there. When I say urgency, I'm not talking about pee. The other component there is so you're not trying to breathe out or do anything funky with the breath when you're double undering. You're just trying to use it as your pacing strategy. But you want to choose small sets and be asymptomatic. So say you can only do 5. Well, you can only do 5 well. Then only do 5. Or let's say you can do the double taps where you're not using the rope. That's fine, but you can do 10. If you're wanting to get back to running, I would do that over the wrist thing, at least for a first scale. Then keep your mouth closed. So if your mouth is wide open like this, you're not using your deep core of your neck to help out the deep core down here. So if I ever see you with your mouth open, I'm gonna slap it closed. I'm just kidding, I won't, but I want to. Keep your mouth closed and learn how to breathe out through your nose, or breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through a closed mouth. I mean, you're just not like a dog. Then, so then you saw me do the hands release push-ups. I'm guiding that through my breath. Breathe in on the way down, out on the way up. Try not to overbrace. Let the breath guide your brace. And then for the second set of squat cleans, realistic sets, realistic weight. You're exhaling as you pull, inhaling as you catch, exhaling as you stand, inhaling as the bell drops. And way you break that down when you're early postpartum is you do upright rows, you learn how to squat well, you learn how to squat with your breath, then you do squat patterns like this, and then it gets all fun if you go through the process and not try to rush back. So that is all I got for you today. Thank you for motivating me to get through that workout. Hope you have a happy Friday, and I will see you next time.